Okay, so today is October 16th, and I'm going to share with you our new topic for the week. So we only have 3 learners joining us today, but we're very happy they are. Okay, so we got Dylan, Sarah, and Jordan. I want to remind everyone tomorrow too is the family engagement night, 6 to 8 if you're able to make it here. That'd be absolutely awesome. We have games, we have books to give out, we have food, we have Penn State Altoona's coming to do some fun things with you guys. I think we have the breakout rooms, we have experiments. I don't even know what else, games to play. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. All your teachers will be here. I think literally every single teacher. So you can come meet your teachers. So that's my little spiel there for family engagement night. So hopefully you guys will come on out. So breaking a bigger task into smaller chunks. So I have my little crown on today. Embracing my age. So I thought I'd do it for my check-in here. Okay. So sometimes a big task can seem a little overwhelming, right? You have the big rock there and you start kind of chipping away at it. You get the smaller tasks and it's a little bit more doable. Can you kind of relate to that a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to show you a picture of something here and you're not allowed to judge me later. Okay. So it's pretty bad, but so I'll show you here. Okay. So break things into smaller parts. It's so you have your big thing, you break it down again, bigger goal, uncertain, and then you have your smaller goals down here. So you start to see the rewards sooner rather than later. I like this one too. I'll never finish all this work. Remember, I think it's Baldo, the best way to finish a job is to take it one step at a time. So what are you going to do first? Joey and I were thinking of taking our lunch break, like totally. So not really what you're supposed to do. He was meaning, get to work on the task at hand. So I can break larger assignments into smaller steps that are easier to accomplish. So that's going to be our learning target today, and we're going to learn about how we can do that. And okay, so let's talk about why we should break a larger task into smaller chunks. Okay, so we learned a little bit about that. Why should we not just tackle this large task right away? What do you think? Sarah, why can't we tackle that big task right away? What do you think? Oh, good. Emily's joining us too. Hi, Emily. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So we're talking about breaking larger tasks into smaller chunks, okay, to make it a little bit more manageable. So we're talking about why shouldn't we just go after that large task right away? I have my little crown on today too. I'm embracing my age today. I don't know if you can see it. So that's what we're doing here. So come on, guys. Dylan, what do you think? Why shouldn't we just go after that big task? What's going to happen to us?
Well, I mean, sometimes too big of a task can be a bit stressful.
Mhm.
So if you break it down, it doesn't seem like you're doing as much, but you actually are.
Exactly. So maybe you divide the work up over multiple days. That could do it. Sarah says she's not sure. But yeah, you could get stressed out. Are you more likely to quit? Are you just going to give up?
Not if you're doing it in small chunks.
Exactly. You're more likely to follow through with it if it's a small chunk. Like if somebody said to me, you need to get all of your work done on Monday that I normally get done throughout the whole week, I'd be stressed out and probably wouldn't get anything done. That's why we encourage you guys to, break your assignments down day by day. You don't just look at the whole week and go, oh my gosh, this is so much work. But if you take a deep breath and just kind of break everything down, it's going to be a lot easier to do. Okay. So I have a little video here. But this says, you may feel overwhelmed when approaching a large project or assignment. Instead of looking at the whole assignment, you may find it useful to break it down into smaller, more manageable steps. These steps can be accomplished one by one until you have reached the larger goal. It's known as chunking. Okay, so let me play the video for you here.
081127882 is a hard number to remember. If you chunk the number into 081127882, it's easier. Cutting large bits of information into smaller pieces helps us to understand. If we put small pieces back together, we can see the big picture, and that helps us to remember. The process is called chunking. This is how it works. Our short-term memory is fast but tiny. According to learning expert Dr. Oakley, it can hold only 4 chunks of information at once. So when new inputs arrive, it has 2 ways to pick them up. First, it can overwrite and forget what it has to make space for new information. Or it can use mental effort to move a chunk from the working memory into the long-term memory, where it can be stored and remembered later. This is why it's almost impossible to recall 9 digits like 0811278882. There is simply not enough space. Once chunked, there is. There are several ways to chunk. You can break a larger piece into smaller bits, identify patterns, or group pieces to see the larger picture. Once a chunk is created, you can use deliberate practice to move it into your long-term memory where it connects with existing experiences. Now it can be stored for years, and if regularly used, accessed without much mental effort. To make this transfer more effective, it helps to add context, which acts like memory superglue. Great instructors always try to give you the big picture before going into detail. If you study by yourself, you can skim through your textbook first by reading chapter headlines. Learning facts without understanding the big picture is pretty useless, as we will forget what we have learned very fast. Professional piano teachers first show their students the entire song so they understand the mood. Then they ask their students to practice one measure at a time. Once the part has been learned and the neural connections in the brain have been built, then students go on to the next measure. After all chunks can be played separately, they are combined until the entire piece is connected. Now the student can play the piece with less mental effort. Chunking also helps to understand complex topics, say trade between China and India. First, study China, the people, the culture, and the economy. Then summarize and put what you learned in your own simple language. Repeat the process for India. Then study trade itself, mechanics, benefits, and problems. Again, simplify to form an underlying idea. At the end, you might just have summarized several books onto one napkin. Try chunking next time you feel the limits of your working memory. Just like how clever restaurants chunk their menus into starters, mains, and desserts with 3 to 4 options each. With chunking, it's easy to compare our options and make a decision. If you like our videos and want to support our channel, visit us at patreon.com/.
Okay. So I thought those were some good ideas in terms of breaking down larger tasks. Okay, so this is what I have to conquer. This is like the embarrassment of my house. Do you see this? Sarah's face. Yeah, that's right. Look at those faces. That's exactly right. This is my basement. Okay, and this is only part of my basement. There's much more that looks just like this. It looks like Toys R Us gone like and threw up in my basement. So yeah, I clean this up and they just mess it up again. Like I've just given up. We have games, we have a tool bench, we got kitchens, clothes, Nerf guns, craft stuff over here. I just don't even know what to do with it. So so how am I going to fix this problem? What do you suggest I do? How am I going to chunk this? What are you guys thinking? You're thinking, oh my gosh, get a dumpster and throw it all out, right? So what do I do here? Any good ideas?
I have an idea.
Okay, Dylan, what should I do?
I think you should take like all of the like I don't know, are those board games in the
Those
back?
are board games.
You should take all of the board games that are like strewn everywhere and like neatly stack those first.
Okay, so
Then,
put board games to the side first. Okay,
yeah.
good.
Then you can whatever is like out of that tub, you put back in there.
So all the Nerf guns that are laying all over my
Yeah.
house go back into the tub. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
That second. Then I mean after that wall is kind of a complete loss. So sort whatever's over there.
And then that's when I just get the dumpster, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
now every summer I usually go through and I clean this up and we organize it. But no, it's completely out of control now. I am beyond embarrassed. One of my son's friends went down the other day and he was like, "Oh my gosh." Yeah. So I agree. This weekend we might be cleaning this up a little bit. But yeah, I might start with the board games. You're right. Get the Nerf guns and put them back in their bin because that's how many we have. We need an entire bin for them, and then maybe start from there. I think I also need to get rid of the kitchen and the tool set because they're no longer played for. They just end up getting stuff thrown on them. So
Yeah.
maybe I can even get a shelving unit or something to put the games on after I get rid of some stuff. Do we have somebody else?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see you. Taylor, is Taylor in here?
Yep.
Did she join us?
Yeah.
Oh, I can see you. Yes. Okay, good. Taylor, how are you? Oh, I can't hear you. I can see you. Were you going to give me advice on how to clean up my basement? Oh, she's going to give me some advice. Okay. Or maybe she's going to get a headset. We'll see what she says. Yeah, I couldn't see her. She was hiding off my screen there. Oh, I think I can hear her now. Maybe. Wait.
Can you?
Yes,
Yeah.
I can hear you. Good. Excellent. Okay, so what advice do we have, Taylor? Oh, how do I deal with this basement? Oh, we lost her again. Can anybody else hear her?
I can't.
Mm-mm. We lost you, Taylor. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Is that you again? I need to learn to read lips. I can't hear you. No,
Please ignore my dog in the background.
no. Okay, so you're gonna have to help me later when
That's so cute.
your sound kicks on. I guess we do have a dog in the background. Yes, I like it. Okay. So does anyone else have a bigger task that they like to share? Probably not as big as that. That was pretty bad. Anyone else have anything that they need to break down into a smaller task? Something that's, yep, Emily, what do you got? What do you got to do?
I have a similar problem. I really like makeup. I do special effects makeup and a lot of makeup like that. And my bathroom is a complete train wreck thanks to it. I really need to work on organizing it and trying to put it all away
Okay.
to
Yeah,
where I
can
can
see
get it out
that.
easily.
So you just have it kind of laying out so you can easily get to, but if somebody were to walk into the bathroom, they would be very overwhelmed by your
Yeah,
bathroom.
they'd be like,
You would get the looks that I got. Yeah, I get that. Anyone else? Sarah, anything big that you need to learn to break down? No. Dylan, anything big?
Well, don't know when it will get done, but eventually we have to clean out our attic. I mean, if you think your basement looks bad, you should see our attic. We have like 10 decades of stuff in there.
Oh, there's probably some vintage stuff up there. Yeah,
Well, yeah, there's lots of old like furniture and stuff that we were
Oh,
thinking
wow.
about selling. We just never
that might
got
be
around
like a
to it.
little bit of a adventure, actually. Mine doesn't seem like an adventure. I don't have like old relics. Taylor, what do you got in yours?
I think you can hear me now, right?
I can, yes. Okay, what do you have a bigger task that you need to break down?
Well, this is what my depression looks like. This is my room. It is a chaotic mess, and I don't know where to start. I don't know how to start. I just look at it, and it's just such a big task to where I'm like, I can't do this.
No, I feel your pain. Did you see the basement? Yes. Yeah, so maybe I do. Maybe I should go down there and say, hey, let's find the Nerf guns. We'll start with that first. Okay, let's find the Nerf little bullets, the squishy little bullets, and let's gather them up and get the board games. And then maybe Taylor, you should start with, is there some dirty laundry over there?
No, that's clean laundry.
Okay, so
I
we pulled our clean laundry this weekend.
don't.
Okay, Jordan, I think you're the only one that hasn't shared yet. Any big tasks? No? Okay. So we go to Jordan's house. It's pretty organized. She's good to go. And this carries over with your schoolwork too. It can seem a bit overwhelming, right? But if you break it down into small, manageable days, make yourself a schedule. I should go down and make myself a schedule for the basement. Today, I will take care of the board games. The next day, I will take care of this and make it a little bit more manageable. Okay, we're going to try a game. You guys want to try a game?
I like games.
You guys like games? We're going to see if you guys can. Okay, we're gonna play together here. Let me see if it works. Okay, so we're gonna try to remember the numbers. So we're gonna have to help each other. I'll type them in, but you have to yell them out at me, okay?
I
Okay,
feel
so
like now you can't hear me. Oh wait, no, now you can hear me. I know what is wrong with this. It's not this mic.
we're good, we're
It's my
good.
computer. It just doesn't want to work.
You sound perfect now. You're good. So we're gonna start the button and we're gonna see what happens, but we're going to try to use those chunking skills to remember numbers, okay? Breaking something big down into something smaller. Here we go. Maybe. Oh no. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, so look at this and remember these numbers, okay? Use your chunking skills. Okay, tell me what I gotta type.
18.
15, 8, 17.
What the heck? Oh. Okay, well that's not working.
15, 8, 17.
Oh, okay, wait. Oh, I got position. 18.
15. 8. 17.
17.
Okay, everybody agree? We're good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, we won. Okay, let's do the next one. Oh boy, this is a little harder.
Oh my god.
Maybe even some people want to remember the top and some people remember the bottom.
I can
Okay.
remember the 4 in the middle.
Okay, what do we got? What's the first one?
19,
19.
4, 15.
19, 4,
14.
14. Oh, it went there.
Yeah, the 15 is like the last number.
15 is the last number?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 4, 14, 7, 17, then 15.
Okay, 7, 17.
Yes.
Okay, does that look right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, good. Okay, next one. Oh boy.
OMG.
Okay, somebody take the top, maybe somebody take the bottom, or somebody take two numbers. Each of you take two.
Okay.
I'll take the first 2.
I'll take the second two.
I'll take the last two. I guess I'll take the middle two.
Okay, what do we got? First two.
20, 16.
20, 16,
4, 8.
4, 8. Okay.
Take it back.
Anybody have the next two? It's okay. It's okay. But you can definitely see if you remember, if you chunked it a little bit, maybe you read in your head 2016 and then 48. Like if you would have chunked it, you might have been able to remember. Not that I'm saying I can remember all 8 of those numbers, but they're trying to tell you to chunk things together, do it in small parts, break things apart, use teamwork. Maybe I can hire somebody to go in my basement. So no, I'm just kidding. So 27 and then 12 and 1. Okay, so 121 or however you want to say it. So we lost, but that's okay. I think we still won. We're good.
If this was only level 3, I can only imagine what level 7 looked like.
Yeah, and you could really train your brain though. Your brain would really be able to look at larger tasks and break it down. If you started playing these, and people love these mind games and stuff, some good stuff. Okay, so what are some specific ways you can use chunking or breaking down the tasks in your daily and weekly assignments? So how can this benefit us? Even if you guys one person wants to go, just kind of talk about how can breaking things down? What's it gonna do?
I have an idea.
Dylan, what do you think?
Well, if we have like a project to do, like one of like the Odyssey-ware projects, we can do it like different parts at different times, which is what I usually do. If there's a really big project, I usually do the first part of it, and then I might spend a little time doing some other work, and then go back and do the second part and do it like that.
Yeah, definitely. Even taking your notes or whatever, breaking it down into parts and not overwhelming yourself. Anybody in Summit here? I know I got Emily. Sarah used to be in Summit. How did you break down those larger projects and stuff? What can you do?
They are already broken down into checkpoints, which I think that makes it a lot easier. But you can even just say to yourself, like, I'm going to read this document first, and then I'm going to pull evidence out of it and make sure that I'm making notes and looking over notes on it.
Okay, so kind of really look at what you need to read that goes along with it. Yeah, kind of lining it up. And like Emily said, don't look at the broad picture of just looking at the project and overwhelming yourself, because she just kind of does the checkpoints along the way. And with Odyssey, where like Dylan said, maybe if it's a little overwhelming, a certain assignment, do part of it and then come back to it later. Take your notes, put them aside, and you can definitely come back to it so you don't overwhelm yourself. Maybe write down what you need to do. I'm a huge fan. I have sticky notes everywhere. It's kind of crazy, but I take a big task and I'll break it down. And I'll say, I need to do this, 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 and this. Like yesterday, I managed to do most of my checkpoints, which was huge. And then what I did was I also was able to create this yesterday. So I managed my time in between things. I broke down the tasks that needed done. I didn't get this whole thing done in the whole same time. I had to come back to it, but it worked out really well. Okay, so that's it for today. Okay, so try to find something in your life or school that you can chunk. Okay, break something big down. I'm gonna do the same thing. Maybe next week when we have our thing, I'll have maybe the Nerf guns actually in the correct container. Maybe Taylor can show us a little bit of her room. Maybe she folded something. Maybe. Emily's gonna go for just putting her eyeshadows together. She's gonna pick one makeup aspect and try to put that together. Okay. Is there anything that you can think of to chunk, Sarah? No. Okay. Well, you think about it. Jordan and Dylan too. Dylan's gonna go conquer his attic when we.
Eventually.
Eventually, but he'll know all about it when we conquer it. He'll be able to sort it into different things. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining me. And Taylor, if you want to stay on here, we can do your check-in then, since I missed you. I think I got a message here from somebody. Let's see what it says here. Sarah said bye to everybody. Okay, so everyone have a nice day. Stay warm. Thank you guys so much. Okay, Taylor, just stay on here. Perfect. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.